my bad for being black in this instance. We always late to even our own shit. Damn, I'm almost 10 minutes late, but it's unintentional. It's crazy. I was supposed to set up this whole ambiance for me to, get in my zone. Um, but this is regular shit, so it is what it is. Let me talk to y'all. Who the fuck told y'all the healing process is boring? Hmm. It's my day off and I'm relaxing. Judge if you want. Kiss my ass. Who the fuck told y'all the healing process was boring? Ain't nothing boring about this shit. This shit is turned the fuck up. If you somebody that's drama prone, baby, the healing process got all the damn drama your ass need. Okay? Because you have to deal with not just the hurt and pain of the breakup. You also got accountability. The part that you played in the shit. It doesn't matter if you come to terms with you not doing nothing wrong. You ain't really have to do anything wrong. But there was still a part you played in it, even if it was doing something right. In my instance, I can only speak for me. In my instance, I think I did too much. Too fucking much. What I'm learning about this separation and this breakup is that you have to stay true to yourself. You cannot give 110% of yourself on a consistent basis all the time to anyone outside of yourself. Let me give you a short story. My girlfriend Nush, she was getting married. I brought her a gift and attached to at her bridal shower before the wedding. And the card on the bridal shower was something to the fact of you're a separate person before you're conjoined in a union. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Always remember that even though y'all are together, you can still be you. That type of thing. Um, and I've come back to that. Like I passed that on as like a jewel, and that was mainly because that's my girl. That's my girl, and I didn't want to lose her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like sometimes when you with somebody for long periods of time, years and shit, you tend to take on some of their characteristics sometimes. Sometimes. And I didn't want to lose her. So fast forward now to the breakup. I think in being this superwoman, I lost a large part of myself. Not because I'm not superwoman. Okay, I'm not gonna take the credit away from myself. But perhaps because I can't be superwoman to everyone all of the time, no matter how much I try, because it is just physically and mentally impossible. You have to withdraw even from your relationship. This is what time alone means. And remember that time alone is different from self-care. Self-care, a lot of people feel like self-care, baby, you've been doing self-care. Self-care is simply taking physical care of yourself, grooming, basically. So when you do self care Sundays, self care Saturdays, that just means that you're taking time out to groom yourself and maybe even treat yourself to a couple of things. Maybe a massage, this time, or maybe a facial or whatever, right? Um, In healing, self-care is 10 times over. You you got to take care of yourself, baby, mentally, because trying to do everything and be everything for someone outside of yourself is exhausting. It's exhausting. I blame him a lot. I blame him a lot because I was like, you know what? You stressing me out. You breaking me the fuck down. You know, I'm under so much stress. Like my body is showing signs of stress. But you know what? People only do what you allow them the fuck to do. So I have to take accountability and say, if I had set up healthy boundaries, if I had set up boundaries, he wouldn't have been able to do certain things. He wouldn't have been able to stress me out. Now, I know ain't no relationship perfect. I'm not talking about perfection. I mean, there's regular shit that you go through as a couple, regular arguments. I don't really think that that's stressful. When you arguing over who's going to do the dishes this time, or who's going to go to the laundry, or who's going to cook, or who's going to do the homework, or who's going to go to open school night, or date night being canceled. I don't really think that that is a cause for stress. You may be a little aggravated. I think higher causes of stress is when you know that something isn't right. Maybe y'all do know, maybe y'all don't know exactly what it is, but you do know that something isn't right. And in trying to fix it or trying to find a solution, the stress comes on. Um, and if I had set up some type of boundaries, I would not have allowed him to stress me. Let me tell you what I mean by that, right? Because of me, I'm a lover. I'm a lover to my motherfucking heart, baby. I'm a lover. That's one thing I don't regret about me. That's one thing I would not change about me. I'm a lover to my heart. If I fucks with you, I fucks with you. Okay? I can't nobody fuck that up but you. That's a fact. That's a fact. Can't nobody come back and tell me nothing about nobody that I love. Nobody. That's just how I operate. I'm keeping it above. All right. So, and loving people, I tend to ignore whatever red flags I see. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that's a bad practice. I ignore the red flags for whatever reason. How about we don't get into reasons right now? Because I'm not the only one that fucking do it. Ain't that what FB is about right now? Everybody throwing up a red flag, right? This is citrus lavender. I don't know if y'all can see that. I don't know how they do this shit. Anyway, it's a beautiful smelling candle, and I'm gonna light it because I like a certain ambiance, and I mean all the time. This is damn a fan. I'm doing right. Um, I could promise you one thing: is power in fucking healing. It is power in that shit. You get back to yourself. Get out of your fucking head. Alright? Get out of your shit that you scared to be alone or you don't want to be alone, because when you're alone, baby, there's serenity in that. There's peace in that. And that's what you need in order to figure out what you need to do for yourself, what you need to do to change the situation. If I had some boundaries set up, I don't think that he would have been able to stress me. Here's why: because there's a line. There's a line. And the minute someone crosses that line, not only is the red flags being shown, but you get to address it. Maybe he never knew that there was lines. You understand what I'm saying? And I think he didn't know because I never verbally expressed it. I never verbally said it. But you know, the way that I love, I felt like I didn't have to. I felt like we were loving on the same page. And I felt like you know what a violation is. You know what disrespect is. You know that you're not gonna do nothing to me that you don't want me to do to you. So I thought that was like a silent understanding between couples, but obviously not. Obviously not. And so when it got out of hand and when the lines was being crossed, I went from like 0 to 100 real quick. I know, I've been talking to some of my girlfriends, like, and my girlfriends, when they talk to me about breakups, they're like, I don't want to be alone. And I apologize about not being able to relate to that. But then, this shit get deep. I mean, when you going through any type of healing, this shit get deep because if you're healing the right way, you're going to take accountability. If you're healing the right way, you're going to sit down with yourself and ask yourself some questions. And sometimes, well, a lot of time, that shit go all the way back to your motherfucking childhood. So let me give you an example. Some people don't like to be alone because they have abandonment issues. They don't realize that they have abandonment issues because they never really paid attention to it. But there's something that's triggering you why you don't want to be alone. I know people like that never ever hardly want to be alone. And I'm like, damn. Now, I don't want to say fortunate. Let me get my words together because I'm stumbling right now. Fortunately, I haven't had that experience. I haven't had abandonment issues because I was the oldest growing up. I had two brothers, both of them younger than me. They're a set of twins. A lot of times I was by myself on a lot of shit. From what my uncles was teaching me, the way that they raised me, or whatever the case may be, I was alone with a lot of shit, and I found comfort in that. Like I learned to be my own friend at a very young age. A lot of people don't and haven't, and a lot of people have not even addressed that. But it could be a number of things. Like I don't have a degree in psychology, sociology, psychiatry, none of that shit. But hi baby, hi sis. That's my sister right there. Facts, that's my sister. Hi Lisa. Right? Um, there's some issues though that's stemming because there's no reason under the sun why you should not be your own best company. Girl, when I tell you I miss you, I miss you, girl. One day I'm gonna put our story up. One day, with your permission, of course. Um, there's no reason under the sun why you should not be able to sit with yourself, be at peace, and come up with some conclusions and even possibly solutions on furthermore what you need to do. I remember too when I first started to give my life to spirituality. Period. I don't do the religion thing anymore. I don't do that. But I don't knock anybody that do. Whoever your creator is, whoever you have a bond with to obtain your higher self, to have access to become your greater self for your greater good. Listen, I'm not disputing that at all. So don't come at me with like, oh, you want some bullshit. I am not. I'm talking about me. Me. Um, because for me, religion is a set of rules made by man that we supposed to abide by. And when you don't abide by those rules, when you don't abide by those rules, you feel like a failure. You feel like you damned to hell. You feel like, oh shit, I'm gonna be kicked out of Eve, the Garden of Eden. I'm gonna be kicked out. I'm gonna be kicked out of, forever being able to have gained my wings and roam around heaven freely and do my higher assignments. I'm gonna be because I had children out of wedlock, because I curse a lot. I can't I don't deal with religion. I deal with spirituality, and my spirituality is just me and the universe. We have an awesome bond. We have an understanding bond that's tailored to each other. She lets me know what I need to do and I do it, and that's basically it. It's like more of a one-on-one thing, I guess you could say, and that makes me feel comfortable. Actually it's not because you have spirit guides and you have higher entities that is assigned to you to protect you, to help guide you, but that's we gonna go into that another time. But in the healing process, Healing from heartbreak is fucking hard, but you gotta be able to do it. Where's your willpower at, baby? Where's your willpower? Where's your strength? Because I've learned the true meaning of you gotta love yourself first. Like I don't know why. I don't know why. Let me tell you about my sign, right? I'm a Virgo. First of all, I have decided that I will probably most likely go back to school. I will probably go to school for management. Here's why. I will be a hell of a manager. Let me tell you why. You could give me a situation, give me a few. I will dissect that shit, run it back down to you, tell you what you need to do, how to correct it, fix it, tell you what the other situation is, and tell you how you can possibly, highly probability, prevent future problems. Now tell me that ain't a manager or a boss for your ass. My weak point is I be Ray Charles to my own bullshit. I'm keeping it straight 100. I'll be Ray Charles with my own bullshit. Because when I first started getting them red flags and shit from Mr. Jeter, you know what I kept saying to myself? You know what I kept saying? He's going to be all right. He's transitioning. He needs more help. He needs me to do this. He needs me. He needs me. He needs me. He needs me. And I took a large part of myself to be able to assist him on a consistent basis. Let's go all the way back to 14 years ago on a consistent basis. And I'm pouring into him as my sister said, but I was neglecting myself the whole time. So now I have a different understanding of you got to love yourself first. Now, I honestly feel like I did not, it's not that I didn't love myself because I did. I've always loved myself. Self esteem and self love is nothing I never had an issue with. But I was giving too much. I was pouring too much. I had no boundaries when it comes to the people I love. None. Because I just automatically felt like they love me like I love them and they not gonna hurt me and they not gonna violate me and they just not gonna do that because we operating off the same type of time. That is not true. A lot of people life experiences stemming from childhood teaches them things. And so they bring that shit with them into adulthood. But you don't know that. I didn't know that. I just felt like we had some type of personal covenant between each other. I don't want to say that he intentionally hurt me. You know, this is me now reflecting. I don't want to say that he intentionally hurt me. I believe he knew what the fuck he was doing. I feel like, you know, to a degree, he knew it may hurt me, but I just don't believe right now that he thought it would be to our demise of our relationship. You know, I think that he was trying to put me in a chokehold until I complied with him, if that makes sense. You know, until I understood that things worked his way and his way worked better, and that's what I was supposed to do. But no, baby, no. Healing is not fucking easy. That shit is motherfucking fake love and hip hop. You hear me? Fake love and motherfucking hip hop. I don't know how the fuck y'all could watch that love and hip hop shit when we out here living that same motherfucking shit. Why the fuck I want to watch another bitch Kirk cheating on Rashida all this motherfucking time? This bullshit. I want to see that bullshit. Cause you know what? I get on my phone with my sister, my motherfucking sister going through something similar, or I get on the phone with my homegirl, my cousin, whoever it is that's going through some shit at the time, let alone my own shit I'm going through. I don't want to watch that bullshit. I'm living that shit. It's nothing easy about motherfucking healing, especially when you gotta look in the motherfucking mirror. But one of the things I would ask you to do, if I can ask you for anything, because I'm looking at the time and I'm trying not to take up a lot of y'all time because it's already going on 20 minutes. And I always say each one will be 20 minutes only. But fuck with me. Fuck with me. If I can ask you to do anything in the process of your healing, please don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself for the actions of somebody else outside of yourself. You're only responsible for you in any relationship, friendship, sisterhood, relationship, companionship, situationship, fuck shit, whatever the fuck you call it. You're only responsible for you. I think this is where we kind of get it fucked up to where like we make things harder than they have to be. We would like to be responsible for other people because if things went our way, then everything would be good. But unfortunately, they don't go that way. All right. So don't blame yourself. I don't give a fuck what the relationship is. Sure, you take accountability, but you don't blame yourself because most of us, not all, but most of us is operating from a space of great intent, good intent, positive emotion. Most of us is operating in that space. So because I wanted what's best for him and I was operating out of that, I'm not gonna blame myself and say, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I don't want to go through feeling regret. I just had to reach this part because at the beginning, for a long time, I was feeling regret. A long time, I was feeling regret. But now I'm at the point where I don't feel regret because that's just who the fuck I was. Like my sister told me, why you feeling regret, nigga? You can't change that because that's already who you are. You that type of person. So moving forward, you know how to operate differently according to how the person is being with you. But don't blame yourself, and that's what I'm asking you. So you take accountability if you're accountable for anything. You gotta be at one with yourself, peace with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Have time, take time to yourself and figure some motherfucking shit out. And don't blame yourself for the actions of other people. Don't look at yourself and be like, what is it about me? Or why he doing that to me? Why she acting that way with me? That part has nothing to do with you. You are a part of the experience, but it's a lesson for both of y'all. Whoever the parties is involved, is a lesson for both of y'all. I'm just trying to reason with you. You understand what I'm saying? According to my own experiences, I am not. This is a disclaimer. I am not. I don't have a degree. I'm not a certified this or that or doctor. I'm just talking about experience wise. Do not fucking blame yourself for the actions of other people. It is nothing that wrong with you because, baby, these people come into your life. You understand? There's an attraction there. You attract a certain type of people at that time, certain type of person at that time. That's why, I was talking to my homeboy not too long ago. He was like, I can't stand when bitches go on and on trying to play niggas out because they got hurt by this one nigga. But bitch, you the one that chose a nigga. And from that conversation, I honestly feel like, okay, let me set the record straight. There is no time in our life we have ever chose wrong. Take your accountability now, bitch. Take your accountability. You never chose wrong, but the space you was operating out of at the time attracted a certain type of individual. So the universe sent you what you was attracted to because listen, baby, that's what the universe operate out of. Laws of attraction and numbers and shit. Come on now, here with me. So she sent you who you was attracting at that time. All because there was a lesson you needed to learn. And one of the lessons you needed to learn was, bitch, you don't run this. You're attracting what you think you want. And I'm fighting you on it, which is why it's not really going your way per se. And I'm fighting you on it because I'm trying to show you this ain't what the divine got for you. This is not for you. But you're trying to will it because you swear that this is what you want. So you know what? I'm a motherfucking give it to you. That's why the elders say, be careful what you pray for. Your ass just might get it. Okay, so cool. That was an experience. That was a lesson for you to learn for whichever reason you had to learn that lesson. Like the lesson, one of the lessons, one, because people teach you a few, baby, when they passing through. When it's their season and they passing through, they teach you. And one of the lessons I definitely learned was I cannot pour into people and leave myself depleted of anything. I don't care how much I love someone else, even my children. I have to pour into me in order to be abundant in the giving of the ones that I love. That is definitely a lesson that I learned, amongst others. So let me just sum it up with this because it's already going on a half an hour, and I said I wasn't going to keep y'all too long. It's okay to heal. When you're healing, baby, that shit is like double dutch. You know when you turn in double dutch, right? So you got love on one side. I Radio Raheem say you got love on one end and you got hate on the other end. And they motherfucking turning this rope for you, right? And when you about to jump in double dutch, what you do before you get in that rope? Before you get in that rope with double dutch, baby, right? You doing this shit. You trying to get the beat. You trying to get the beat of the rope. You preparing yourself to jump in this motherfucker. On time. That's what healing is like, baby. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, but it's all for your greater good. I'm daring you, I'm daring you to heal completely and wholly. I see people say, oh, I'm a whole grown ass woman out here. Grown ass could be right. Grown ass woman, grown ass man could be right. But are you whole? Are you whole? You need to ask yourself. Because if you're not whole, baby, you need to start working on that. I am now 46 years old. I'm calling myself out on my bullshit because I refuse to not be whole. I'm not half-assing nothing no more, especially when it comes to me. I'm not accepting no half-ass shit. I'm not accepting no half-ass friendships. I'm not accepting no half-ass relationships, whether it's anybody outside of me, and I definitely ain't gonna half-ass myself any fucking more. It wasn't promised that the weapons wasn't formed. It was only promised that they would not prosper. So go ahead and let the fucking enemy, form their weapons. Build yourself up, baby. Make yourself whole. It is not easy. It is not easy. It is not easy. But it can be done. And as long as you have it, because I consider myself an OG. And that's a motherfucking fact. Okay? I consider myself an OG. You still got some gangster in you. You ain't that beat down, hurt, and destroyed by another person outside of you that you can't stand up and fight the good fight for you. You will get through. We will get through. I got a long motherfucking way to go, probably like some of y'all, but that's all right. We gonna get through. Look out for Untamed Sage in the springtime, baby. Untamed Sage is my business brand. We're gonna get together. We're gonna help each other the rest of the way through the process of healing. We're gonna get together and we're gonna have a wonderful time. It's gonna be a short period of time, but you're gonna have a ball, and it's all that you're gonna need to at least jumpstart. Remember when you're on the motorcycle, right? You do this shit, hang, or this, hang. You revving up, That's what Untamed Sage is gonna be about, baby. It's about the rev up, the start up, to get you on your way. All right. It's going to be a lot of love, a lot of support there. And I advise you, respectfully to seriously consider it. Come out with us. It's already been a half an hour. Peace and blessings to y'all. I don't want to take up much more of y'all time. I want y'all to have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Make sure you be safe. And we will definitely connect back soon. Peace.